All right, Barak the Yahweh.
Barak the Yahweh.
Barak the Yahweh Shai.
Barak the Yahweh Shai.
All praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us his truth and who rule well.
God.
Peace and love, salutations and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. And we're back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Ratazad, his lesson is edifying unto the hopeful elect. You Akim and Akwatim that believe in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with your whole heart, mind, body, and spirit, and who are waiting for these last and final prophecies to play out in the earth, and the return of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, who's coming to redeem and save the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. Today is September 7th, 2021, the year of the hastening of the coming of the day of our Lord. All right, and we are living out prophecies. All right, we're seeing prophecies unfold right before our very eyes. There was a poll that was done by USA News, which was published to RT, news outlet, which reads nearly 70% of unjuiced Americans would rather quit their job than to take mandatory juice. And we're going to see how true that is, all right, within the coming weeks. All right, September, October, November, December, all right, which in some aspects they call it Q4, which will be the fourth quarter. All right, this fourth quarter is about to be a very revealing time, all right, in regards to a lot of things. All right, they may go on another lockdown. All right, be prepared for global shortages. All right, there's a shortage within the global supply chain. All right, don't be surprised when certain items, all right, essential items or just basic necessity items are no longer accessible within grocery stores. All right, be looking out for shrinkflation. All right, because shrinkflation is a way that businesses or retailers can get away with hiding or masking the increase of goods, all right, in products. So what they do is they make the product smaller, all right, but they charge the same amount. But if they kept it at the same amount, then they would actually have to charge more money. So that's the way that they hide, an increase or inflation. All right, we're seeing stagflation. All right, where stagflation is a compound word or two words put together to make one word, which is inflation mixed together with stagnation. All right, we're seeing the grinding ceasing. All right, nobody wants to go to work, especially because they were receiving, all of these different benefits, from the government, which that just ended. But now you're going to have a problem where a lot of people don't want to go to work or quit their jobs because they don't want to receive the thing. They don't want to receive the juice. They're totally against it. And this is when we're going to see the devil go from being the lamb to speaking as a dragon. All right. The truckers. Okay. You want to say something about the truckers?
They're saying that the truckers were saying that if they force them to take the jab, they're gonna strike. They're gonna stop rolling, and once the truck drivers stop rolling, it's just a matter of time before every place, all the cities be run out of goods, because it only takes like three to 4 days before all the goods run out. The gas, and the gas pumps run out 3-4 days. The stores, the grocery stores, 3 days. These superstores like your Targets, your Walmarts, your mega stores, it takes like 3-4 days for their goods to run out of them too. And once the truckers stop running, that's when it's gonna be a real famine, because it won't be no goods in these stores.
And what you're seeing right now in regards to stagflation, that's the reason why the prices of things are going up in the store. And also, not only are the prices going up, but you're seeing a decrease in the size of particular goods and items. You may like particular candy bars, But now you're starting to see those candy bars get smaller, but they're still charging the same price. And you feel as if you're getting ripped off. You know, certain people like buying potato chips. All right, the potato chips, you may used to be getting a certain size for a certain amount of money, but now that's the quantity of that particular potato chip may go down, but the price goes up. Okay. All right. The reason that this is done is because of a high unemployment rate. All right. At these ports, you need employees to work these ports, you know, and to break down those containers, to empty them. All right. So that these trucks can get loaded, so that the drivers that are working could drive it to the location near you. But if there's not enough employees working at these ports, then basically there become a backup at these particular ports, which means that that goods aren't getting to where they need to go real fast. All right, which will lead into a high demand for those goods, and if those high demands aren't met, then pretty much the retailers will have to compensate in some sort of way. All right. So there's a disruption within the global supply chain. All right, you're seeing high unemployment rates. You're seeing shortages on goods. All right, you're seeing shortages on products. All right, things are making it to their destination. All right, because they're backed up. All right, all because of what? An high unemployment rate. All right, now when you go into the scriptures, all right, it said that this was going to happen. All right, going over to the book of Ecclesiastes, all right, the 12th chapter. I got that. And start at verse 1 if you could, Baba Kashad.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor when the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
So the evil days are here. And guess what? You're not going to have any pleasure in them. All right? Go ahead.
While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the days when the creepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
So when you go into the Greek, the word for house is economos or economia. All right, and it goes into the word steward. A steward is someone that looks after the affairs of someone else. All right, so you have stewards over the economy of America, and guess what? They're trembling. All right, seeing these things that are unfolding, all right, within this country. All right, they're saying that not only is there a shortage of employees at these ports, all right, but the container costs, all right, post Devote 1.9 has caused prices to become 8 times more the amount that they originally cost. So a container that would normally cost $4,000 now will cost you $32,000. So a retailer that purchases a container for that amount, not only are they purchasing it for 8 times more, but they also are paying their employees more to stay at work. So they're going to have to do something to offset that. And what they're going to have to do is start charging more money for goods and services. They're going to have to shrink the amount that they give you if they want to keep it at the same price, or either they'll have to charge you more. All right, and to hide the inflation, they would rather decrease the amount or the quantity that they give you, all right, and charge you the same price. All right, so the keepers of this house is definitely trembling. All right, and the grinders, like it's gonna, because there's no future for this place. All right, it's just downhill from here. They're saying that this is gonna last through 2022. All right, the summer of 2022, but actually it's gonna last even longer than that.
That's right.
All right, until they bring about the MOTB system, and this place is getting destroyed after that. Go.
Hey, look at the big three. Hey, the big three, hey, they having production loss right now because they have a chip shortage.
Yep, that chip shortage. And a lot of ships are just sitting out there.
Okay.
All right, because there's not enough people to unload, because it's backed up. All right, which that's causing a disruption, all right, within the supply chain. Go ahead.
And the doors be shut in the streets. And when the sound of the grinding is low.
Yeah, because what's getting ready to happen, all right, these people that are unwilling to work, all right, a lot of them, there's jobs that are out there, but they just don't want to return back to them. And then, especially when you factor this thing in, they're trying to give them that stabbing, they trying to give them that juice, but people don't want to receive it. They don't want to receive it. So them not wanting to receive that, all right, some of them are willing to even lose their jobs. All right, this devil is getting ready to show his horns.
Okay.
All right, and when he show his horns, guess what? These streets are going to be locked down.
Okay.
All right, because he's going to come with some draconian measures. All right, the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right, in the 11th verse. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. All right, so he came very peacefully, all right, in the beginning, but now this man is about to show, all right, that he's a dragon. All right, and when you go into the word dragon, it goes back to Dracon, and of course you've heard this too many times before. All right, Dracon goes back to the Greek, all right, which there was a man within the, he was a legislator within Athens, all right, who came with draconian measures, all right, to penalize people for breaking the law. Well, when they make this a mandate to receive the Devoc 19 juice, that's pretty much a law. So you have certain people that'll say, well, you can try to get a religious exemption, or you can try to get a medical exemption. Well, if they pass it and they make it mandatory for you to get it, all right, and they that's pretty much making it the law. So you can't suit them and say, oh, this is illegal. All right, but you could withstand it. You can say, no, I'm not going to take it, and go through whatever suffering that you have to go through to show your faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. But the time is going to come when this devil is going to show his horns, and when he do, guess what? The cities are going to be locked down.
Okay.
So the doors are going to be shut up in the streets. All right, you're going to see things like people not being able to go to certain places to purchase goods. All right, you're going to be shut out from society. Now, that doesn't make this the MOTB. The MOTB is going to be the charagma, all right, something that they implement inside of your body. All right, that's going to be a chip. It's going to be an RFID chip or a brain implant. This thing is paving the way for that. All right, it's helping them to establish their system. All right, but the doors are definitely going to be shut up in the street, because once you're unemployed, all right, the majority of people don't know how to farm. They don't know how to irrigate.
That's right.
They don't know how to grow crops. They don't know how to raise livestock. And then if you do, where in the hell are you going to get that from anyway?
Okay.
Or where are you going to get the land to do that? All right, the majority of farmland is being brought up by these billionaires. All right, one in particular, the one that I just mentioned. All right, in which they're have their reason for taking it over. But for the most part, people are going to lose it, and they're going to start to riot. They're going to start to steal from these stores by looting. And then when they can't loot no more, then pretty much they're going to go to their neighbor's house, and they're going to take whatever they can from their neighbor by force.
Okay.
So the military is going to be sent in, and which is going to cause what? The doors to be shut up.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let me grab it back.
When the sound of the grinding is low.
Okay.
Verse 4.
And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
Yep.
Okay. And when they shall be afraid, that which is high, and the fear shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish. And the grasshopper shall be a burden, and the desire fail, because a man goeth into his long home, and the mourners go about the streets.
Yep. So people are going to be mourning, all right, because they're not going to have anything to eat, all right, because they're going to receive death in many different forms, all right, through pestilence, through plagues, through the sword, all right. But it says, and men go to their long home. That's when the elect gets delivered and taken away, and they go to their long home, all right. But ultimately, grinding is low, all right, and the grinders are ceasing. All right, and these grinders are ceasing, all right, for various different reasons, but this is prophecy playing out right before your very eyes. All right, so eventually it's going to get to the point where you won't be able to find any work at all. All right, this place is falling. All right, the Lord is systematically bringing Babylon down to his knees. All right, and this is just one way of seeing it, and this is one way of showing it. All right, if this is completely true, and 70% of people don't take it, and they do get laid off from their job, this is going to lead to hella seditions. All right, this is going to lead to a lot of uproars of the people. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 19:15. Neither shall there be any work in Egypt, which the head or the tail or the branch or the rush may do. In that day Egypt shall be like a woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it.
Yep.
Okay.
So eventually there will be no work for this place at all.
Okay.
All right, and so much to, people are going to starve to death. All right, and that goes for men, women, and children. All right, people are going to be at each other's neck, all right, to take what they have. These things are written down within the scriptures.
Okay.
All right, if 70% of people quit their jobs and there's nobody to work on the workforce, then that's going to lead to more disruption of the supply chains. Okay. All right, you won't be able to get those things to, your grocery stores that you need. All right, those things that are essential. All right, those things that are chief things into life.
Okay.
Bread, water, milk. All right, wine. All right, meat. And then, not only would you not be able to get them, but people aren't going to have money to be able to purchase them anyway.
Okay.
All right, so that disrupts the system in so much to the point that, the GDP would drop drastically. All right, which is the gross domestic product.
Okay.
All right, and usually the GDP is low as long as unemployment is low anyway.
Okay.
All right, if the GDP is high, then that means that you're making money. That means that people have jobs.
Okay.
So if you look at the gross domestic product, of America at this moment is very low. Okay. As well as unemployment. So that means that the grinding is ceasing, that the grinding is low. And eventually it's going to get to the point where, there's seditions and there's uproars. Can you go to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, Baba Kasha?
2nd Ezra what?
15.
15?
Yep, and 16.
Okay.
The good old faithful 2nd Ezra 15, beginning at the 16th verse. All right.
Okay. The 2nd Ezra 15 and 16, for there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard the kings nor the princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in the power, and man shall desire to go in the city and not be able.
See, the doors of the cities are going to be shut up.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yep.
And men shall have no pity on his neighbor.
Yeah, because whenever everybody start losing everything, all right, they're going to go to their neighbors for the things that they want and for the things that they need. And they're not going to ask you politely for them. They're going to take them away from you.
That's right.
And if you resist them, they're going to try to take away your life.
That's right.
Go ahead.
But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Because of the lack of bread. All right, so this would make things a lot worse. You know, we're not saying this to, tell you to go ahead and get it, to keep working so you can keep this place going. No, we want these things to happen.
That's right.
All right, this is biblical prophecy.
Okay.
All right, it's time for a wake-up call. It's time for a reality check.
Okay.
All right, so the Lord is hitting you with the gut check.
That's right.
So that you people can wake up, especially you Israelites, and really only you Israelites.
Okay.
All right. If you're a woman and you don't have a man, hey, well, you're in this truth. It's time for you to get you a man of the Lord.
That's right.
Hey, because a man of the Lord is going to be a cover from the storm. All right, from the tempest. All right, as a rock in a weary land, or as water in the desert. All right, things are about to get very difficult and dangerous. All right, the scriptures speak about perilous times. Can you go to 2 Timothy 3:1?
Okay.
All right, it says, in the end, all right, perilous times shall come. And what is peril? Peril is danger. All right, so we're living in dangerous times. All right, and at this moment, if you still have faith, all right, within this country, and you think that you're going to be able to buy and sell and everything is going to be all good, you're deceived. You're deceived. Even when you look at the stock market, the only reason that it looks good at this moment is because of QE, which is quantitative easing. That's when the feds pump. They actually buy bonds. All right, which is pumping money within the stock market. All right, to keep it afloat. They can keep that thing afloat as long as they want to. However bad is things are doing within the economy. All right, they can make it stay, and that's just their witchcraft. They can make it stay up as long as they want to. That doesn't mean that it's doing good.
Okay.
All right, things are very volatile right now.
And plus, most everything is run by computers. They can make it look like it's running like it's supposed to do until the moment they decide to yank the cord from it.
Done. And right now, they got you bamboozled, all right, deceived, all right, because they were giving away these stimulus and this unemployment. All right, and people had a bunch of money. All right, they had money in abundance. So you're thinking that everything is all good, but what do you think happened when you just print money out of thin air? All right, it causes inflation. All right, and not only does it cause inflation, but it causes a high demand in products, goods, and services. And when you can't meet that demand, then basically that's how famine starts. All right, so don't be surprised when you go to the grocery store and you ain't got no damn money anyway because you laid off from work because you didn't want to take that thing. And now you got to make a choice in the grocery store whether you're going to get meat or whether you're going to get, milk for the baby. Usually the first thing to go is that meat, because people feel as if they can get their protein from other places. But ultimately, you're going to have to start making choices. You ain't going to be able to get all of those things that you would normally get. Hey, the scriptures say when you jump over to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, because victuals are so good cheap upon the earth, then men think themselves to be in good case. But the time is coming when those victuals ain't going to be cheap no more.
That's right.
They're not even going to be affordable. All right, they're going to climb to exorbitant amounts. All right, amounts that are completely ridiculous. You're going to have to sell your house just to get a steak. All right, because inflation is going to turn into hyperinflation. Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 3:1. And this know also that in the last day perilous times shall come.
Yep, dangerous times shall come. And we're living in those dangerous times.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
And it was mainly just the first verse. All right, to deal with the perilous times. But those that trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, they will be saved from those perils. They will be saved from that destruction. They will be saved from the miseries that are coming upon the world. Because that's a misery. Can you look up the definition of misery, Baba Kashan? The book of 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter.
Here you go.
Verse 7. It says, everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in the land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So how are you going to escape these perils? By your faith, all right, and by your good works towards Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You got it.
Misery, a state or feeling of great distress or discomfort of mind or body, and a cause or source of great distress or discomfort.
Okay. So read it one more time.
A state or feeling of great distress or discomfort of mind or body.
There you go. So how much so that feeling, all right, when you're hungry, all right, and when you're being chased for your life, all right, and all of these things are coming as miseries, all right, upon the wicked, because you walked in great pride and you didn't trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and you did wickedness, you did iniquity. So the Lord is getting ready to reward you for your works. All right, because you were wicked, you're not going to escape these perils. All right, but the righteous elect are going to escape them. All right, by way of their faith and holding on to the testimony of Yahushua. 2 Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the last time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So the brother gave you the definition for miseries. All right, so those miseries is what? Famine. Can you grab scourges for amendments?
I have it right now.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't. That's damn it. Yes, I do. 2nd Ezra,
No.
6-19, 16 and 19. Behold, famine, plague, and tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges of amendment. But for all those things they shall not return from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges.
Yep, that's it. That's it. You want to speak on it?
And all these things that's going to happen to them, hey, they ain't going to never once repent unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Hey, they ain't going to never repent and ask for mercy from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Hey, they going to still go about their wickedness.
Okay. The book of Sirach, the 40th chapter, in verse 8. Well, it says such things let me start at 9. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulations, and the scourge. These things were created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood. So this time that we're in right now is for the wicked. All right, this is something that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is bringing upon the wicked. Death, bloodshed, strife, sword, calamities, all right, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. So the Lord is attacking from every angle, all right, and he's bringing down this place, all right, step by step, gradually, all right, systematically, all right, to the point that this place will never rise again, man. All right, and he's judging the wicked in this place, all right, those that have chose the way of the whore, all right, those that have followed the way of the beast and who are bowing down to worship his image, all right, and those that will receive his carnal mark. These is judgment from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to come upon you. You know? So with that, I truly hope that this lesson was edifying. Hey, we truly hope that this lesson was edifying. You know, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. A double honor to our apostles and elders of great millstone who taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations, and mercy be unto the hopeful elect. A shalom, and abad babal.